I'll never forget the day Anita stumbled into my shop. Her face was pale, and her hands were trembling. She clutched her phone tightly, like it was the only thing keeping her upright. Her voice broke as she muttered, "Nkechi, I can't do this anymore." "What happened?" I asked, rushing to her side. I'd known Anita for years, but I had never seen her like this, completely shattered. She didn't answer. She just handed me her phone. On the screen was a video that had gone viral. James, her boyfriend of 6 years, was in America at some nightclub, holding another woman. The way he smiled at her, the way their hands lingered on each other, it was a look Anita knew too well. I didn't know what to say. What do you say when the person who's supposed to love you, who owes you everything, betrays you like that? Anita and James's story didn't start like this. It started in our neighborhood, where Anita ran her small fashion design business. James had moved back to Nigeria after deciding he didn't want to rely on his wealthy parents. He had dreams of becoming a musician but no money to fund those dreams. He's talented, Anita used to tell me. And he's got heart. I can't let him give up. They met when James brought some torn jeans to her shop. He was polite, soft-spoken, and a little shy. Anita liked that about him. Soon, their meetings became regular, sometimes about clothes, but mostly just excuses to see each other. One evening, over a bottle of Fanta in front of our shop, James told Anita about his dream. "I want to make music that speaks to people's souls," he said, his voice low but passionate. "But studio time is expensive. I don't even know where to start." "You'll figure it out," Anita said, smiling. "You've got talent. And if you need help, I'm here." Anita used her savings to pay for James's first studio session. She started working extra hours, taking on more clients, just to fund his dream. When James's first single didn't do well, she encouraged him to try again. "Success doesn't happen overnight," she'd tell him. "We'll keep pushing." She believed in James's dream like it was her own. James' big break came 2 years later when his song "Golden Days" went viral. Suddenly, everyone wanted a piece of him. Radio stations played his music non-stop, and his social media following exploded. "I told you," Anita said one evening as they sat in her small living room. "You were made for this." James kissed her forehead. "I couldn't have done it without you." Life started to change for James. He got invitations to perform at big events, interviews with top magazines, and eventually, a record deal. When the opportunity to tour in America came, Anita was thrilled for him. "You're going to conquer the world," she said, holding his hands. "Just don't forget where you started." "I could never forget," James said. "You're my everything, Anita." At first, James called every day. He'd tell Anita about the concerts, the fans, and the industry people he was meeting. But as the months went by, the calls became less frequent. "I'm just busy," he'd say when Anita asked why he hadn't called. "Things are crazy here." Anita tried to be understanding. She knew James was under a lot of pressure. But then the rumors started. "Nkechi," Anita said one day as we sat in her shop. "People are saying James is seeing someone else." "What people?" I asked. "Some bloggers on the social media. A friend sent me a link." I shook my head. "Bloggers write nonsense all the time. Don't let them get to you." Anita nodded, but I could tell the doubt had already crept in. The video came a few weeks later, after James started putting up with that behavior. Anita stopped eating. She stopped designing. One evening, I decided to confront her. "You can't let him ruin you," I said. Anita looked at me, tears streaming down her face. "How could he do this to me, Nkechi? After everything I gave him. After everything I sacrificed." I didn't have answers to all those questions. I was only speechless and feeling her pains as I watched her talking. James returned to Nigeria a few months later. He showed up at Anita's door, unannounced. "Anita, please," he said when she opened the door. "Just hear me out. Please," he said again, his voice breaking. "I made a mistake. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I need you to know I'm sorry." Anita didn't say anything. She just stood there, staring at him. I forgot what mattered. I got caught up in the fame, the attention. But none of it means anything without you. For weeks, James kept coming back. He brought flowers, gifts, and handwritten letters. He even wrote a song for her and performed it outside her shop one evening. Anita finally agreed to talk. "Why, James?" she asked, her voice trembling. "Why did you do it?" "I was stupid," he said. "I let my ego take over. I thought I was untouchable. But I was wrong. I lost myself, Anita. And in the process, I almost lost you." Anita didn't forgive him right away. It took months of conversations, therapy, and effort on James's part. Slowly, they began to rebuild their relationship. Their story isn't over. In fact, it's just beginning. And I have a feeling the best is yet to come.